Good evening. Feels weird to say that. How's everybody doing? We are finally gonna watch the Pokemon Presents. I haven't seen it yet. I have been spoiled on one, possibly two things. But I don't know anything else. And one of the things that I've potentially been spoiled on, I'm not even sure if it's accurate or somebody just hoping that their favorite Pokemon is going to get to the game, but we'll see. Well, yeah, I know that part. So we'll see what happens. But as of right now, it should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty interesting. I don't even know if this is all about Pokemon Sleep. I assume there's other stuff in here as well. And not just Pokemon Sleep stuff. So probably going to be some ZA news. Actually, no, there is ZA news. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, we know for sure, because one of the things I was spoiled on is ZA related. Sadly, it's I've already made my opinion known about that one thing I was spoiled on. So hopefully there's other things that aren't as hideous, let's say, that are more interesting. But I think everyone is here now. It looks like we got everybody in the chat. 10 seconds of sleep. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's 10 seconds of sleep, 19 sleep score. About the same. About the same. Best friend shape. I would agree to 90% of it being best friend shape. The rest is why. Why did you do that? Hannah says it doesn't matter if anyone else is here. She's here, and that's all that matters. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in to the Pokemon Presents from 2 days ago, and let's see what's going on. See what we got going on here. If I could actually click the button, because it's Hermes. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That is really loud for me. Is that really loud for y'all too, or just me?
Hi Pokemon trainers, I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International. Today, I'm excited to share details about the 2025 Pokemon World Championships coming to Anaheim, California from August 15th to 17th. We are once again thrilled to welcome thousands of trainers from around the world who will battle across the Pokemon Scarlet.
I was thinking it, but I wasn't going to say it.
The Pokemon Trading Card Game,
yep.
Pokemon Go, and
Very
Pokemon
unfortunate.
Unite. These elite trainers will receive a celebratory promo card for competing in the Pokemon World Championships. Let's take a first look at this year's special artwork for Paradise Resort.
Paradise Resort. What is this? What is Paradise Resort? Is that just a card? The retreat cost of each Psyduck in play?
In 2025, we will host Championship Sunday in an arena for the very first time.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you having my back on that one.
As the best will earn incredible prizes, including the coveted Champions line. Alongside our competitors, we expect more than 20,000 Pokemon fans to come celebrate together and enjoy tons of new activities. Each attendee will also receive a special digital code to obtain Toad School for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet video games. During the weekend, fans at home can tune in to the action via our live stream broadcast available in multiple languages. Some of these streams have special giveaways planned, so we hope you'll join us in cheering our competitors as they strive to achieve the title of World Champion. Thank you for being a part of what makes our global community of Pokemon trainers so special.
I would take that.
On this island,
I would take
we
that
want
deal.
the Pokemon to have as much fun
Pokemon
as they
Concierge,
like.
we know about this. We did know about this
one. We'll do our very best to help you feel as comfortable as possible, so you can make the most of the amenities we offer.
I mean, honestly, is it even live yet?
Leave it alone, please.
Because this could be really
it's
interesting.
Up to you. Make our team proud.
Are you okay?
Thanks, I'm fine.
This could be an interesting watch.
Haru?
Oh yeah, that guy's totally her ex, no doubt. Moving here helped a lot. Working actually makes me happy.
Like, I feel like this is something you could just like sit on the couch, get some snacks, and just kick back and relax, and not have to commit any brain power to it.
Sorry,
and just
Celio's causing you so much trouble. I know it's a lot.
How long
I
have
honestly
you and
forgot
Celia
about
known
it.
each other, Dan?
For about 15 years now.
Like, I know, what was it, the last Pokemon Presents
Looking
they
back,
showed it?
it gave me
And it
such
looked
good
interesting.
memories and so much happiness.
Apparently it's sad. Is it out already? No, I'm guessing it's out if you love it.
As long as you never give up, you can overcome any obstacle.
Celio is
And our
massive.
friends
Yeah, that
always
is
remind
correct.
us that we're
Also,
never
what's up,
alone.
Pilchnack? Pilchnack Paddywag, what's up? How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Onward to a brand new day.
New episode September 4th. Okay, so that's not far off. New episode, so it is out. I just haven't seen it show up on Netflix.
My name is Peter Lord, the co-founder and creative director
But it does seem
at
interesting.
Aardman Animation Studio in Bristol, England. Now at Aardman, we have created
Might have to check it
award-winning
out sometime.
stories with iconic characters. Now, we have the pleasure of partnering with Pokemon on an exciting new stop-motion animated series. We'll be putting some very special Pokemon front and center as the heroes of our show, and it will be set in a
Oh,
region which is
nice.
very
Well,
close
welcome
our
to the
hearts.
streams.
It will give a
We have a
unique
lot of
look
fun here.
at the Pokemon world told from the perspective of Pokemon, with a signature Aardman sense of character and comedy and craft. I know
That's a
you'll
good
love
time
it
to
as
use
much
for
as
an
we do.
instance too, Kai.
We could not be more excited to share this sneak peek with the world. So let's have a look.
Let's. Random. Random screaming goat. What is happening? What- Is it just random off-screen shenanigans and just staring at a Weeloo being, staring off into space? Surfetched and Pichu. The Misadventures of Surfetched and Pichu. I mean, that could be funny.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon
Classic
Company.
music.
In today's broadcast, we will be bringing you a variety of news about Pokemon, including our
I
newest
would hope
titles.
so.
In our next segment, we'd like to share the latest information about Pokepark Kanto. Please have a look.
Okay, so I did get spoiled about this. I guess that makes sense. This would have been announced during the Pokemon Presents. I have seen more about this than anything else. And apparently people are not
Pokepark
happy
Kanto,
about it.
the first permanent outdoor Pokemon attraction, will open soon.
It kind of seems like one of those interesting things. It's like if you're in the
Pokepark Kanto
region,
is built on
it's
roughly
cool to stop by, but it's not really
26,000
something
square meters
to
of
go out of your way
within
for,
Japan's
from what I've
Yomiuri
seen
Land
so
amusement
far.
park.
Pokemon has grown so much thanks to lots of support from many people. So we wanted to make a place everyone could come together and enjoy. A space where Pokemon will always be, and where people and Pokemon
Yo,
can have
all right,
fun
Blaze.
together. That
Appreciate
wish
it.
prompted us to begin work
Enjoy
on
your
a
walk,
world
bud.
where Pokemon truly exist.
Pokepark Kanto can be broadly divided into two areas.
Pokemon live within
That's kind
the
of what it
forest.
seems like, yeah.
When you step inside,
Yeah,
you'll find
yeah.
Pokemon playing together in groups. We want to broaden people's idea of how Pokemon live and interact with one another by letting them experience a world with Pokemon in it.
See, and this is the
place where
problem
we can tell
that
visitors,
I've
"Welcome
heard
to the
people
world of Pokemon."
have with this is
As
that
you enter,
it's
you'll be greeted
just-
by the diverse landscape of this rich natural
if it's
forest
just
where
statues of the
reside.
Pokemon, then that's not really all that interesting to
There's
just go
also
in
an
and
area
see
where
statues
Pokemon
of
and trainers
Pokemon.
gather, the town of your dreams.
That it would be more interesting if they were animated in some way through animatronics.
Here, encounters with a variety of Pokemon await you.
I mean, it's cool. Like I said, it's cool if you're in the area. It'd be cool, a fun thing to go check out. But this isn't gonna be something I go out of my way for necessarily. If it's just gonna be statues and no rides or anything else, you know?
Next,
That's all good.
we have a number of other announcements to
It's
share.
just me being pessimistic. It's all right. You didn't miss nothing. It happens. Oh, that was Eternatus. It's too bad we're not getting Eternatus in Sleep. That'd be interesting. The
Pokemon
biggest
Go
event
Fest
in history.
2025 Max finale is coming soon. Max Pokemon will be appearing one after another. Eternatus will be appearing for the first time globally. We also have a promo code
And that
to
is
share
gonna
that will give you a
change
chance
the
to catch
meta
a powerful
drastically.
Gigantamax Pokemon.
Right. Right. Oh, Pokemon Masters? Is that what this is? Or is this Unite? I like this remix.
I'll finish him off. Let's teach him a lesson with our new power.
Carmine and Sinistcha.
Masters.
Pokemon Masters. Log in now to receive 3,000 gems. They really are. I was not the biggest fan. That is super cute. Pirate themed Lapras. Oh, the Totodile. That Totodile is super adorable. I want that Totodile. Pokemon Cafe remix. I might have to start playing Pokemon Cafe just for the Totodile. Ah, here it is. Here we go. Raikou, Entei, Suicune. Yeah, we know about them. I don't even know what the cafe gameplay is like. Oh, yep. There's Auburn Canyon. Ooh, okay, so it wasn't just wishful thinking. That was the one someone mentioned they are looking for. Amber Canyon. Auburn Canyon. Wow. Amber Canyon. All right, so, well, Trapinch is coming. That's interesting. That was so fast. Honestly, that was super fast. How did it go that quickly? Like, we had what, 5 seconds of sleep news? What is this? What is this going on here? Why? Just 5 seconds of sleep news. Well, I mean, that didn't really tell us anything we don't already know. I mean, we know the beasts are coming back. Yeah, literally, blink and you'll miss it. The beasts are coming back. We got Amber Canyon and Trapinch, which someone did mention in the comments that Trapinch was coming, but I didn't know if they were just hoping that we would get Trapinch because it would make sense in Amber Canyon, or if it was actually here. But apparently it was actually here, and it is confirmed Trapinch is on the way, so that'll be interesting. No Pocket either. That's also kind of surprising. But Trapinch would be cool. Trapinch is going to be interesting. I feel like it's going to be Dragon type. It's normally Dragon, right? Yeah. Or am I tripping? Yeah, it's Dragon Ground, right? So I think it'll be Dragon type as a Flygon. I don't think it'll stay Ground type. Are they not all Dragon Ground? Or, I mean, Vibrava and Flygon are Dragon Ground, right? Because it's 4 times weak to Ice, is what I'm remembering. So that's why I'm thinking it's Dragon Ground. But I'm pretty sure it will stay. It'll turn Dragon when it evolves to Vibrava, and then stay Dragon. I don't think it's going to be Ground, especially after we just got Swampert. And, well, really, yeah, Swampert. So another pseudo ingredient finder? Maybe. Because the only Dragon Berry specialist we have right now is Altaria, right? Yeah, I think I read pseudo ingredient finder as like Sceptile is a pseudo berry specialist, like a hybrid berry skill specialist. Flygon might be a hybrid ingredient skill specialist kind of thing. That's how I read it. Yeah, we do already have Dragonite for ingredients. Yeah, could get a new ingredient. That would be nice. It'd be real nice, since they made us wait so long for a new island, it'd be real nice if we got, I know I say this all the time, but it'd be real nice if we got a new recipe type. You know, that'd be fantastic. Can we get sandwiches already? Or pizzas? One of them? One of them would be great. Pizzas and pies. That's what we could do. Pizzas and pies. Technically, pies go under dessert, but you know, we'll make an exception this time. Or we could do pizzas and pitas. Pizzas and pitas works. I like that one. We could get some interesting stuff. Pizza and pasta. Yeah. See, I like where your head's at. We could do that. That's true. That is true, Pilchneck. Very, very true. Definitely new ingredients, though. Yeah. For sure. Just give us flour. Yeah, that'd be nice, too. Flour. We could get dill as a new ingredient. That'd be interesting. A lot of things use dill. A lot of things use flour. I mean, I just want something new, recipe-wise. Now, they may not do it because that means they'd have to introduce 20 new recipes to the game. So that's probably going to be its own update if they ever do it. But I would appreciate it. That would be great. But I don't know. I'm still just kind of blown away that the sleep news went that fast. Is Pokemon Sleep really on the same level as Pokemon Cafe? Maybe it is, I guess, because I don't ever hear of anybody playing Pokemon Cafe. I just see the art for it and the commercials for it every now and then. So I guess Sleep really is that far down the list. That would be really fun, Ace. That would be. I would definitely appreciate that. Sleep has a very low player base. Don't we have millions of... Well, I guess a handful of millions is not much compared to Go, which has probably dozens of millions. Sleep is niche. Yeah, you're not wrong. It just... I guess it feels like a bigger community than it actually is. You know? Maybe that's what it is. It just feels bigger because I interact with the community every day. I don't know. I might have to check out Cafe. That Totodile was super cute. Let's go back. There's Cafe. Yeah. It's crazy how fast it's gone, too. Does not feel like it's been 2 years. All right, let's check this out. Let's see if we can find anything interesting. Hold on. You see what I see? The sun is shining through the trees. Solrock confirmed. We got it. Also, that was a joke, but Solrock and Lunatone on Amber Canyon does make sense. Yeah, no, I don't see anything interesting. Yeah, no. That would just be, you know, go ahead. Save this clip for later. This will be the proof that I was right all along. There's Flygon. Oh, I didn't even see Flygon the first time. I don't know how. I mean, I know how I missed it on this one. I was looking at Pinsir, Snorlax, and Wooper to see if there was anything different there. I have a feeling, Kai, that it's going to be all three at once, but potentially a 2-week event. I feel like that could be how it goes. I mean, would you consider the second anniversary a 3-week event? I mean, I know technically it was broken into 2 separate events, but 3 weeks in a row? Oh, Sandaconda? Yeah, that'd be a really interesting one here. Sandaconda would be good. Who else? Who else would be good on Amber Canyon and make sense? Why am I drawing a blank? Ludicolo. Ludicolo would be interesting. Cacturn. Maractus. Those would make sense here. Pretty much any rock type Pokemon would make sense here. Venipede. Ooh. Venipede would be interesting. That would be interesting. I'd like to see Golisopod come to the game, but that definitely wouldn't make sense with Amber Canyon. Drapion, I think Drapion is going to happen. Simply for the fact that I feel like Drapion is a little more recognizable than Scolipede. So that's why my guess is Drapion, but actually that's a super great call. Larvesta would be fantastic on this island. That would be fantastic. The darker shade rock is Groudon. The rocks are red. Groudon confirmed. Oh, and speaking of Groudon confirmed, there's water. Kyogre confirmed. Also, there's Sky. Rayquaza confirmed. I mean, what more evidence do you need? I would love Dragalge here. I would love Dragalge. There's a lot of Pokemon I'd like to see here. I really hope that we get a robust list of new Pokemon and not just 3. I mean, yeah, sure. Start with 3 at the beginning, but quickly adding new Pokemon to Amber Canyon would be interesting. That would be cool. I mean, you're not wrong, but are you telling me there's not algae in that water right there? I bet you there's algae in there. And where there's algae, there's Skrelp. And where there's Skrelp, there's Dragalge. I would like to see an island where the water runs through the campsite. That would be really cool. Not just at the top or bottom of the campsite, but actually like this small little creek running through the campsite with maybe like a makeshift bridge laid over it. That would be cool. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what you mean. Yep. See? Same page. Magical. That's the last thing we need. We don't need more Gyarados. I want to see Pokemon that don't get a ton of love. That's what I want to see. With Snorlax on the bridge. Yeah. That would be cool. Horsey would be nice. A Kingdra would be interesting. Kingdra would be very interesting, but there's another question. What do we do with all these water Pokemon that aren't amphibious, that can't get onto the land, like Kingdra? You know, how do they show up on all the camps? Do they just float? It's not just Pokemon Go, Hannah. Oh, yeah, you're right, Kai. I don't want Horsey anymore. You right. Look, we can all agree that every gen has its pros and cons. But Johto is the best aesthetically designed region. Yeah. Yeah, Politoed, Poliwrath. That's another thing I want to see. We only have what? The Ralts line that's a split Evo? I want to see more split Evos. Give us choices that affect the Pokemon we have. That not just affect them in a small way, but in a meaningful way. You know, Ralts is cool and all, but whether you evolve it to Gardevoir or Gallade, it's still a skill specialist. And Gallade is terrible. Give us meaningful choices. Make us have to choose which one we want first. That's what I want. Or yeah, that's fine too. Honestly, that's fine too, Pilchnack. If they give us a split Evo where the two types are different and we get to choose what berry we want out of it, that's fine too. But those are functional differences, and that's what I want to see. Not two Pokemon that are either functionally the same or one is clearly better than the other. You're not wrong, Ace. You're not wrong about that. Gardevoir is just so good that Gallade might as well be useful or useless. Honestly, yes, Azor. Tyrogue line would be very interesting. Would be very interesting. And the fact that there's 3 potential evolutions means you could have one of each. You could have a berry, an ingredient specialist, and a skill specialist for each of the evolutions. Oh yeah, Eevee is also split Evo. I don't know how I forgot about Eevee. Eevee would have been really interesting if they had made the different evolutions change types. That could have been a really interesting way to do things as well. But they didn't do that, and I get why. It dropped when the game dropped. They weren't really experimenting with that stuff. They were trying to streamline things to make it make sense to new players. You don't want to overwhelm everybody brand new right out the gate. That's cool. Sorry, did I say types? I meant change specialties. I meant specialties. My bad. Like, instead of Jolteon being a skill specialist, have it evolve into a berry specialist. That would have been really cool. Applin's another one that would make a lot of sense for split Evos, as well as, what's the base form? Is it Poltegeist? The little one in the teacup? That one would make sense too, because that one has, was it 2 evolutions now? And then it also gives us, give us something to, I don't know if they would implement the, what was it called? The teapot, the authentic teapot. I don't know if they would implement that to let us evolve it, but it could be an interesting quest for us to have to go on. Oh, okay. Well, that's my bad then. I didn't realize that Sinistra was a regional. I thought it was a split Evo. I haven't played Gen 9 yet, so you'll have to forgive me on that. But yeah, that's what I want to see. More split Evos with choices that make functional differences. That would be fantastic. Someone told me today that, appreciate it, Onyx. Someone told me today that I want too much from the devs. You know, I just want it all. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Especially with a 19 score on my sleep report today. I want more. Give me more. But we also see where this game could go. And these are reasonable suggestions that we're all making right now. So, I mean, I want it all. And honestly, they have the power to make a lot of this happen. Yeah, I bet. Ooh, yeah, Glalie Frostlass would be interesting too. That would be quite interesting. But I don't know. I mean, if this is coming out in November, like someone suggested, which I haven't seen anything about when Amber Canyon is dropping. But if it is coming out, oh no, it does say November. I just missed that entirely. November. Bro, that's a year and a month. Why? Why so long? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Why you make us wait so long, man? Yeah, it is. It is crazy. 13 months. When before we had a new island every 6 months. And then I think OGPP was like 7 or 8 months. It was a little bit longer than that, but not 13. Not 13. Jeez. Gee, yeah. I'm trying to think about it. Oh, actually, OGPP was 9 months. No, it was 8 months because January was Lapis. Then we had OGPP in October. And then a year and a month to get Amber Canyon. Yikes. I mean, yeah, you're wrong, but I mean, you're not wrong. That's what I meant to say. You're not wrong, but I'd rather wait for expert mode till November and get Amber Canyon next month. That's what I'd rather do. That's what I would rather do. You are wrong, Hannah. You are. There is nothing to do in the game. At all. These developers are slacking. They need to step their game up. That's what they need to do. Give us split Evos. Yep. Onyx. Yeah, you might be right, Onyx. It could be because ZA's in October. That could be right. But I don't know. I don't know that launching the new island in October would really make a difference for ZA at all. Yeah, Scytherses or Cleavor. That'd be really interesting too. It would. Especially since they all have the same base stat totals. That could be really interesting. You could actually, yeah, since they all have the same base stat totals, you could make the argument that all three of them are equally as strong in sleep, and it just changes how they function in their specialty and berry type. That would be really interesting. Slowly trickle out the rest of the mints. I mean, yeah, they could do that too. I feel like you would have people up in arms if they did that though. Cornflake. I feel like people would be mad if they only released 1 or 2 mints and the one mint that some players need is not released yet. But it also depends on how mints are going to work. If they're going to actually give us proper, like... Because there's 3 ways that I think they could do mints. They either give us a mint that just rerolls your nature as a whole. They give us a mint that lets you choose what positive you want, but the negative you want is random. Or they give you just straight up the mint that you want for the nature you want. Yeah. I feel like that's the 3 ways those could go, but I also am inclined to agree with Christopher and Ace that we shouldn't get more mints. The only way I think we should get more mints is if they are rare to get. But I think we should be able to farm them on our own. I don't think I mean, sure, you maybe could put 1 in the shop. Whatever. But we should be able to farm them over time. That's kind of the way I look at mints, is like, if you farm a mint, it should take you a month to get 1. Maybe not necessarily a month, but you get the idea. It should be a while. It shouldn't be something you can do quickly. Simply because it has the power to completely revolutionize how we hunt Pokemon. So it should be something we can only get a very limited number of. I want to say that, Onyx. I want to agree with you, but I know that they're going to put it in the shop anyway. There's no way they're not. Mints are going to be so powerful that people will be tempted to buy them for diamonds. They're going to put it in the shop. There's no getting around that. If we ever get mints, it will be for diamonds. There will be some for diamonds, and that's if they even let the rest of us get any. Yeah, and Azor, you are probably not wrong. You are probably not wrong. Looking at the price of the, oh, why am I drawing a blank on it? The main skill seed. 900 diamonds for a main skill seed. Yeah, that mint, whatever one you want to buy, is going to be probably 3,000 diamonds. We might. Well, we'll still be here, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I want to see some more split Evos. Maybe mints if they do it the right way. Pokemon United? It's been 4 years already? Jeez, I didn't realize that. True.
Latios and Latias join the fray to commemorate Pokemon Unite's 4th anniversary. Latios and Latias can both quickly fly to each other.
That's a good question, Ace.
A new type of battle, Electrode
It depends. I tell you what,
Ace,
I'll let you be in charge of checking it, and you let me know if it's big news or just kind of mad news. Then we'll go from there. Oh, that's a cool art. I like that one too. Now see, why can't we get art like this in Pocket?
Next, please take a look at this video.
Yeah, those cards were really nice. Over an hour. Oh, okay.
Just one line?
It's a puzzle game? It's too late. Scalper's already got him. Pokemon friends. Make a path for the water. In the time it took you to type that message, they had already bought them all. Probably Entei first, Cornflake, because that is the one I have the weakest version of. My Raikou isn't great, but with a few sub-skill seeds, he can be pretty good. My Suicune, there's almost no chance of catching a better Suicune. I think there's less than a 1% chance to catch a better Suicune. But there's pretty good odds on catching a better Entei.
Use the plush you get from solving puzzles to decorate your in-game plush rooms.
Same, Onyx. Same.
Pokemon friends.
Pokemon Friends is a puzzle game where players
25
enjoy
per
the thrill
transfer.
of realization while
Nothing wrong with
untangling
that.
their thoughts. Every day you play is a chance to untangle your next Eureka moment. Pokemon Friends will be available on Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android after this broadcast. We hope you
If I
download
had them,
it
I
and give
would,
it a try.
Chris.
Next, allow me to share some news about
Sadly,
the Pokemon
I don't
main
have them.
series. A free update geared for the Nintendo Switch 2 system is available for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet.
I need to play this now that it's finally
When playing
able
on
to run
Nintendo Switch
smoothly.
2, you'll be able to enjoy smoother movement and even sharper graphics. We hope you try visiting the Paldea region on Nintendo Switch 2 as well.
I gotta get a Switch 2 first. That's just another thing I gotta buy.
A new Terra Raid battle event series will kick off in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet tomorrow.
I was really excited about
These
Scarlet
Terra
and
Raid
Violet
battle
too
events
until I
will
heard about all the
feature Shiny
bugs.
Wo-Chien, Shiny Qianpao, Shiny Tinglu, and Shiny Chiyu. But just winning the Terra Raid battles won't be enough to get these 4 Pokemon.
So I saw that they were doing the ZA Switch too, and I thought about pre-ordering it, but I didn't click on it because I was like, it's already going to be gone. It's a Pokemon product. It's already gone. Not only is it a Pokemon product, it's a Switch too. It's already gone. Oh, yeah. I forget which one's which with these legendaries, but yeah, that thing is really nice. Probably not, Chris, to be honest with you. We're probably going to get better versions of those berry specialists for those types. However, it is possible that we won't get them for a little while. So I wouldn't invest in them yet unless you're going to use them right now. That's kind of where I stand on prepping for the new island, is that unless you are going to use it right now, don't invest in it, because you don't know what's going to happen between now and November. That's a long time. We could have a lot of things happen between now and then. You could catch a better version between now and then. And it also isn't going to hurt to save the resources until then. But I want to play ZA. It looks fun. It looks fun. But also that philosophy applies to any investments you're going to make. I would not invest until you need them, because otherwise you will quickly run out of shards. That's what happened to me in Pokemon Go. I invested in a bunch of Pokemon I didn't necessarily need, and I very quickly ran out of Stardust. So I had to learn that lesson the hard way. Exactly correct, Azor. How dare, Hannah? How dare. I do want to get them for the collection, though. I still want to catch a good BFS, Butterfree, and Arbok just to have them. But whether or not I actually use them will be determined once we get the island. I think I'm currently sitting at like 3 million dust, something like that. Also true, we still don't know exactly how expert mode is going to play out. 4 times dust and go. Oh, time to catch the Chime Echoes. I do. Yep. I typically don't get rid of any shinies, especially in sleep. In Go, it's a different story because, you know, Community Day happens and we catch 5,000 shinies, so I don't really care about them there because, ooh, you caught a shiny on Community Day. Oh. I wouldn't say it's high level. It's 30 something maybe. Somewhere around 35 or 40, I think. But it's not a good Butterfree. It was just good for honey at the time when I first started the game because it was the first shiny I ever caught and I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I definitely didn't know what I was doing back then. So I invested in it. And yeah, also for the simple fact that it was my first shiny ever in Pokemon Sleep, I'm not going to get rid of it. It was a staple on the team for a good while. For a good while. Level 60 Vigavolt's really good though, Chris. That's a really good one, especially with the right sub skills. That's really nice. Kind of jealous, Azor. Kind of jealous. Kind of jealous. Shiny only would definitely be rough. I would say that 90+% of my shinies are not usable. Even worse, I just thought of a way to torture yourself. Put all your shinies in a roulette wheel. Spin that wheel till you get your 5 shinies that you have to use for the week and just do the best you can. That would be the worst. The worst. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not bad. That'll definitely make it more usable, Onyx.
You'll be able to add each one to your team only after it's been defeated 1 million times. Everyone will have to work together to attain the treasures of ruin.
The Ting Loom,
Pokemon
is that
Mass
the fish?
Outbreak events will also be occurring at the same time. And that's not all. We're also giving away
So mass outbreaks are a really interesting thing. I don't know if we're ever going to see mass outbreaks in Sleep because I don't know how they would function much differently to what we have now. in terms of boosted Pokemon spawns. I was too, Azor. I was. That, honestly, Chris, if that's the case, that might be a good competition challenge. Get 4 or 5 players together and turn that into a competition like we did with the Sneasel thing. And just everybody puts their shinies in a roulette wheel. You get 5 shinies, and you got to make the best of what you can, and whoever gets the highest strength wins. I feel like that's the way to do that because that's going to be rough. It could be fun. I would say that could be fun. It will definitely be fun for the viewers that don't have to participate, but it could be fun for us that are participating. The last name was the fish? What was the last name? Chiyu? Ah, Chiyu. Yeah, mass outbreak instance would be interesting. It would be interesting. Yeah. Man. I don't know. It could be interesting. Something to keep in the back of our minds for a little while and see what we want to do. Even worse, the first week of expert mode, we do that random shiny team.
Treasures of Ruin.
Coming up with new ways to torture
mass
people.
outbreak events will also be occurring at the same time. And that's not all. We're also giving away a tracksuit of
the legendary Den. I never got a chance to do the legendary dens. I didn't get the DLC for Sword and Shield. But if you ever want to organize something, we do have voice channels in the Discord specifically for co-op stuff in Pokemon. There are, let me check and see. I think we've got 3 voice channels set up specifically for that if you ever want to organize something. Where's it at? Yes, we have a Pokemon Go voice channel, a Pokemon Sword and Shield, and a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet voice channel specifically for those things. Yep, 3 voice channels. What do you mean, Hannah? What do you mean? I don't know that word. Yeah, Shiny Zygarde would be nice too.
Paralight.
But yes, so anybody can jump in those channels or set something up in the general chat or whatever and jump in those channels and use them.
Next, allow me to share some information about Pokemon Champions.
Go figure. It's not neat. Go Gardevoir! So this is the thing that was new
Pokemon
last
Champions.
time we watched something. Is that neat?
In this title, you can enjoy the battles you know and love from the Pokemon series on your Nintendo Switch or mobile device. You can invite your previous Pokemon partners to join the action by linking with Pokemon Home, or you can find new partners to battle alongside you right away from within Pokemon Champions.
So this is like the new Pokemon Stadium, right?
You can recruit Pokemon to your team to battle alongside you. It's up to you which Pokemon to choose. Recruit Pokemon you're interested in and form a team. Then it's finally time for Pokemon battles.
See Sinistcha in there.
You can enjoy ranked battles that let you face off with
cool.
trainers from around the
nice.
world, as well as private battles where you can take on family and friends with greater immersion than ever before.
It's kind of nice, but we will be losing something by people not having to raise their own Pokemon. Pokemon Showdown, but official. That makes sense, yeah. That makes sense.
Take on thrilling matches in single battles and double battles. Finally, We'd like to introduce you to a new way to raise Pokemon that lets you enjoy battles even more.
That's true. That's true, Azor.
Pokemon Champions offers ways to make raising your Pokemon more flexible and convenient than ever. Teach your Pokemon moves that interest you, then train your Pokemon to make the most of them. Recruit and train to easily enjoy Pokemon battling. Bringing Pokemon battles to everyone. Pokemon Champions.
I mean, it's cool. It's interesting.
Plan to release in 2026.
It's interesting, but I'm sure that Showdown isn't going anywhere.
Last up, we have some news about the Pokemon Legends ZA game. Please have a look at this video.
Here's the info. Yeah, it does feel kind of bad. Mega Absol. We getting a Mega Furfro? Is that what's happening? Are we getting a Mega Furfro? There's AZ. Getting a type-specific week next month? I don't know. I don't know if we will. We might. It depends on how they handled the legendary beast coming back. Cornflake. I mean, we're going to get a... I would think it's a pretty safe bet that we're getting a Mega for all the starters. So we're getting a Mega Meganium, I'm sure. As well as probably Mega Feraligatr and drawing a blank on the other starter. Come on. What is the third starter? The fire starter. Tepig, right? Yeah, Tepig. So we'll probably get a Mega Emboar too. I would be very surprised if we don't get Mega forms for the starters. Which I am down for a Mega Emboar. I actually like Emboar's design. But that's because I didn't play Gens 3, 4, and 5 where everybody was tired of all the firefighting. There it is. Honestly, the only thing I don't like about it is the wings on the head. That's the only thing I don't like. The rest is cool. I like the orb coming back to its tail, like with Dragonair. That's cool. The wings on the calves, I could take it or leave it. It's just the wings on the head. That's the only thing I don't like. It's the only thing I don't like. I typically stay away from leaked stuff just because it's always a chance that it's not real. So I typically wait for official announcements. That would be cool. Goes blue like Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar's white. Yo, what's up, Mythical? How's it going? No, Shiny Gengar's white. What am I thinking? Shiny Mega Gengar's white. What am I thinking? I also hope you are correct, Azor. I mean, we knew Megas are coming back. I did see something that there's going to be like 20 or 25 new Megas, which makes sense. Maybe that's going to be one of them. This whole trailer was about Megas. Maybe we're getting a Mega, not Noibat, Noivern. Mega Noivern could be interesting. Could be interesting. I am doing well. Doing well. $27 new Megas? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. That's about how many Megas we had before, right? Was there 28 before? Is that correct? Look, I'm just saying because Noibat flew across the screen. Like, very obviously on the title splash, Noibat. 48. That was the number. I was half right. So that's why I'm thinking Mega Noivern, you know? Look, I don't make the rules, Ace. I don't make the rules. That's just what I'm thinking. That's just what I'm thinking because it's there. That's it. Do I have any goals in sleep that I'm aiming to achieve before November? I honestly haven't thought about it, but I would like to get Master 20 on all the other islands before November, before we get Amber Canyon. That would be really nice to have that finally done. Oh, we are almost certainly getting more Megas Mythical. Almost certainly. How dare, Hannah? How dare? How dare?
Pokemon Legends ZA.
That's true.
We'd like to introduce this game's new story, which takes place in a city striving to be somewhere that belongs to both people and Pokemon.
We could get Mega Monkeys. That's what everybody wants, right? Mega Badoo. Mega Victory Bell. You never know. You never know. Yeah, that's if, Onyx. Big if. Ace, just finish up. Just finish up. Finish up Snowdrop. Get it to 75. Alphas would be cool. Alphas would be cool. I actually would, if it's between Megas and Alphas, I'd rather have Alphas, but it's Kalos. Of course, we're getting Megas back. That was never a question. Oh, are they? Are we for sure getting Alphas back? That's true. That is true, Ace. They did. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. That's cool then. I like Alphas. Alphas are interesting. That's interesting. Mega Alphas. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. That would change things up quite a lot. Okay, so I wouldn't say Snowdrop is bad. Snowdrop just has the least going for it. And also that. Also what Kai said.
After you arrive in Lumio City, either Urbane or Tawny will invite you to join
Urbane
Team
or
MZ.
Tawny?
Team MZ's objective is to protect the city of Lumios.
Okay.
Let's get to know Team MZ a little better. There's Naveen, a fashion designer in the making. And there's
Fashion.
Leah, who aspires to become a professional dancer. As part of Team MZ, you'll spend your days in Lumio City with this crew.
I like fashion. I like fashion in my Pokemon. That's good stuff.
Lumio City looks different by day and by night. During the day, you can explore the city and find lots of Pokemon to add to your party.
I don't know why I was surprised. Of course, my boy Talonflame's back. I don't know why I got surprised. I think I was just happy that Talonflame was back. I'm just happy about that. Talonflame, one of my favorite Pokemon. Love me some Talonflame. I'm trying to think of who you're talking about, Onyx. I'm drawing a blank. That is true, Kai. Very true. We stand Talonflame around here.
Then, by night, you can compete in the ZA Royale with the Pokemon you've raised, aiming to climb the ranks.
Yep. From Z to A.
As you advance in the ZA Royale...
Which one's the blank? What blank? Hold on. What blank? I mean, I'm assuming it's Sableye. Oh. Oh, that was a while ago, I think. On Tepig? I don't know. Drawing a blank on drawing a blank, that's for sure.
Then, by night,
is it,
you can compete in this...
Is it because this is good news, whereas my sleep report was bad news? Is that why, Mythical? Oh, yeah. See, you told you drawing a blank on a drawing a blank. Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember my X and Y playthrough, and I don't remember a detective. The only detective I remember is Nanu. It's the only one I remember. I don't remember Detective Emma. Looker. Oh, Looker. Yep. How could I forget Looker?
ZA Royale with the Pokemon you've raised, aiming to climb the ranks.
It's almost like I've never played Pokemon games.
As you advance in the ZA Royale, battles against powerful trainers await.
Yeah, I haven't played X and Y since 2016, 2017.
One of those trainers, Corbeau, is the boss of the Rust Syndicate, an organization operating in Lumio City.
So
it
not
seems
Team
like
Rust.
he has some kind of business with the
Rust
members
Syndicate.
of Team MZ.
Dude is angry.
Lumio City offers plenty of ways to have fun aside from Pokemon battling, too.
Why Dark type week and why those three, Cornflake?
Trainers can change their hairstyle,
Fashion is back.
looks, and outfit to appear however they would like as they stroll around the city.
The one thing I would like with fashion in Pokemon games is just give me the style and then let me unlock the colors and paint that particular style, whatever. So like this particular outfit, each item should be one selection and then let me hit like Y and then go into a color palette and choose the color palette I want. Because there's been a bunch of times in Pokemon games where I found like a jacket or a shirt or shoes that I like, but they don't have the right color. That's what I want to see with fashion in Pokemon. That's true. That is true, Cornflake. Because I did see that with the hair, but here we have scary purple for the jacket, and that's what I don't want. I don't want to have to buy scary purple, scary orange. Let me just buy the jacket and then press another button to change the color of the jacket. Yeah, but it's Poké Dollars, so why does it matter, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let us acquire the paints in a different way, but only put one scary jacket in there. And then if I've acquired the paint for it, then I can change it to that color. That's the way I would like for it to be.
And
Shiny
outfit
Raichu in the
to
background?
appear however they would like as they stroll around the...
That's a weird looking Furfro.
Lumio City offers plenty of ways to have fun aside from Pokemon battling, too.
It is.
Trainers can change their hairstyle,
See the way hair works. Right here. This is what I'm talking about. So you pick the hairstyle you
can
want,
change their hairstyle,
and then you pick the color. Should work the same for the clothing items. That's what I want.
looks, and outfit to appear however they would like as they stroll around the city.
Not however. However you would like as long as we have programmed it into the game. That's an Emolga. Oh. I don't think so. I don't think it's dark enough to be a shiny Raichu. With Morpeko, it might be the simple fact of we just got Plusle and Minun, which are Pikachu clones, that we're probably not going to get Morpeko anytime soon. That would be my guess, but they could surprise us. Trying to think. We have Dedenne, we have Plusle and Minun. We don't have Pachirisu, we don't have Emolga, we don't have... Who are the others? Togedemaru. Yeah, we do have Mimikyu. Yeah. I guess I just typically don't associate Mimikyu with a Pikachu clone, even though that's kind of what it's trying to do. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, Togedemaru, I think, would be... Possibly the next Pikachu clone we get could be Togedemaru, but it could also be Emolga to go with the ZA release. They could drop Emolga. Emolga would actually make sense with Amber Canyon, with all the updrafts and stuff. Because Emolga is here.
However
we
they
just
would
saw
like
it.
as they stroll around the city.
There it is. Because it's in ZA. And they've already released Dedenne, so we can't do that one again. Cactus could be an ingredient that comes with Amber Canyon. Cactus fruit could also be one. I'm stuck on cactus. I'm trying to think of things that naturally occur in the desert or a canyon, and I'm drawing a blank. Dragon fruit, yeah. Prickly pears, yeah. Prickly pears, that would make sense. That would make sense. Dragon fruit would also make sense if it's the Dragonberry Island.
Furfru, a Pokemon with distinctive long fur. You can even have it trimmed into fashionable styles. You can also take photos at interesting spots or relax and hang out with your Pokemon if you like.
Digital photography, I like that.
You can even have it trimmed into fashionable styles.
I wanted to see all those Pokemon.
You can also take photos at interesting spots.
Slurpuff, Roserade, Talonflame, my boy. I don't think I ever knew that that's what Mawwile's feet look like. I don't think I ever knew that. Then we got Krokorok, which is nice.
Or relax and hang out with your Pokemon.
Sliggoo, of course. Speaking of Sliggoo, that's what I want to see. I want Goodra. Maybe a Pepper. Oh, yeah. Honestly, Cornflake, a Pepper introduced with Capsicid or Capsacid would be, that'd be a nice touch. That would be nice. Yeah. Under the pantaloons.
If you like.
Larvitar, Ralts.
All kinds of encounters await you in Lumiose City. Emma, the best detective in Lumiose, will ask you to help with her detective work.
Poor Looker.
You can find people around the city who need a hand and solve their problems.
It's rubbish!
Mabel is the acting director of the Pokemon Research Lab. By catching Pokemon, you can aid her research. In return, you can receive useful items for your adventures in this game.
That was cool. TMs are back. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good point. We were talking about that earlier. That's a really good point. That the new starters and the Kalos starters will probably get megas. True. True. Mabel's the former XY boss. Interesting. That's really interesting. So I'm curious to see how they got that to that point.
Lumio City recently.
But lately there have been incidents. I missed it. What did it say?
City recently.
But lately there have been incidents in Lumios where wild Pokemon that don't have a trainer,
some wild Pokemon
are suddenly mega evolving on their own
and going rogue. These so-called rogue mega evolved Pokemon can't contain their own strength and are the very definition of dangerous.
Which makes sense because mega evolution is a terrible thing to happen to a Pokemon. We should not be doing that to them. We are terrible trainers for forcing them to mega evolve, considering most of them are in severe pain when we do it. Oh yeah, she does have a Mega Stone.
Have been mega evolving on their own and going rogue. These so-called rogue mega evolved Pokemon can't contain their own strength and are the very definition of.
So we gonna get a Mega Crocorock since he's right there with Mega Dragonite, or
dangerous.
Soon to be Mega Dragonite and Mega Tyranitar. Does that mean not Crocorock, Crocodile? That's the one. Yeah, you right. You right, Kai. Yes. Mega Crocodile? We getting that one?
To take them on, you'll need to fight Mega Evolution.
No, Aegislash is already a problem. Aegislash does not need a Mega. Aegislash is already a problem.
Evolution with Mega Evolution. One newly.
Oh, an opal on the tail too. I really like that. It's a nice touch.
Pokemon, Mega Dragonite, has distinctive Dragonair-like features, like wings on its head and a pearl on its tail. While tackling rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, you'll want an ally from Team MZ at your side. While tackling rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon, you'll want an ally.
Are we getting Mega Scrafty? Is that what we're getting? We're getting Mega Scrafty? Mega Starmie?
From Team MZ.
I'm theorizing at this point, Kai. I'm just theorizing.
Your side, plus strong bonds with your Pokemon.
I do want to keep some things a surprise for when I play the game. Except for Mega Dragonite, I wouldn't be happy about that if I got surprised by that, because it's not great.
This city holds many stories.
Mega Monkeys, though. Mega Monkeys is happening. You may not like it, but we're getting Mega Monkeys. Mega Barbarical would be interesting.
Different wishes intertwine, seeking for people and Pokemon.
Honestly, Mega Floette would be interesting specifically for AZ's Floette. That would be interesting from a story perspective. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
To coexist.
I feel like his Floette would be the only one that could do it. Like, we're not going to be able to do that. Where's he at?
Your Pokemon.
Yeah, I feel like his Floette would be the only one to do it, and it would be part of the story.
This city holds many stories. Different wishes intertwine, seeking for people and Pokemon to coexist.
Like, he's going to be hiding a Mega Stone under that bow tie. I caught a Mega Floette in our Pokemon Moon randomizer. Did I say Mega Floette? I caught this Floette. AZ's Floette. That's the one. Caught that one. That one right there, wherever it is. That way, I think. Yep, I was about to say Zygarde sales, but we knew that was coming.
Coming Thursday, October 16, 2025.
I need them to push it back. I know no one else wants it to be pushed back, but I need them to. I need them to push it back. I need time. When did I do a randomizer? I did the randomizer a few months back when we hit 1,000 subs on the main channel. The playlist is still live on the main channel. So if you want to, can go back and watch it. We had a fun time. It was my first ever randomizer. First ever. Yeah. We had some crazy things happen in there. My reason for them to push it back is because Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered drops on September 30th. And that is not a quick game. So if they could give me a little more time to finish Tactics, that'd be great. That'd be great. Just push it back to like November 1st. Somewhere around there. You know? That would be great. I don't think so, Azor. I don't think it is. I think you underestimate how long that game is. We could spend... Okay, so a typical Final Fantasy, you can finish the story in about 40 hours. In Tactics, I could spend 40 hours in the first area. Before we even get to the first, like, main story boss, I could spend 40 hours. I need time. Yeah. Get a Ralts holding the Gardevoir Right Stone as a gift for early purchase bonus. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Ralts or Gardevoir outside of Pokemon Sleep. They're all right. A gift of 100 Pokeballs for the digital version early purchase bonus. I mean, that's kind of cool. But if catching Pokemon is as easy in ZA as it was in Arceus, I feel like it's kind of unnecessary.
What did you think?
But you also could go through them very quickly, so kind of nice too.
Pokemon Legends ZA is releasing on October 16, 2025.
Don't have time.
We hope you're looking forward to your new adventures in Lumiose City.
I mean, I am, but I need more time.
That's all for today's presentation.
Also, I just noticed the Magikarp thing on his jacket. That's really cool. And the little Pikachu button on the pocket.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
All right, well, I mean, that's that. The Pokemon Presents, there a lot of new ZA news, which we expected. Not really anything going on with Sleep that they told us that we didn't already know, other than Trapinch line. There was so much about ZA. But yeah, Pokemon Cafe looks kind of interesting too. I might have to, for Totodile. That's an adorable Totodile. My thoughts are that there are some interesting things here, but I wish that we had more information for Sleep specifically. They literally didn't tell us anything that we didn't already know, other than Trapinch and Flygon, which is cool. That is also true, Ace. You are correct. That's fair. That's a fair point. But as somebody who plays Sleep every day, I would like more Sleep news, as I'm sure the rest of you would as well, because you're all in the same boat as me. However, I already know I'm going to play ZA, so I don't really need to know more about ZA necessarily. You know? But it is what it is. This was really cool, though. I didn't know that they were still supporting Scarlet and Violet with events, which is really cool. That's a fair point too, Hannah and Ace. That's a fair point too. It's kind of my fault. Yes, and then now we have to wait till September and November. But the fact that they're still supporting Scarlet and Violet with new events is really interesting. Especially, I like these Treasures of Ruin. I like the design.
And
especially Chi-Yu is really good. What is it? Wo-Chien is the slug, I think, right? I don't know. I'm guessing just off a very, very fuzzy memory of like the 1 or 2 times I've seen them pronounced and talked about. All of them are shiny. I think so, because it's the shiny Treasures of Ruin. I would be upset if they weren't at this point. Shiny Chi-Yu is very pretty. Yep. Shiny Chi-Yu is very pretty. Wo-Chien, Ting Lu. Is Ting Lu the bull one? You can't see Chin Pao. Chin Pao is the one I feel like I'm pretty confident that that's correct, but I could be wrong. The bull is Ting Lu? Yeah, okay. But yeah, Chin Pao is the one I feel pretty confident in the name. And yeah, we can't see it that well. Do they let us actually see it before all the text pops up? Not really.
These Terra Raid battle events will feature Shiny Wo-Chien.
But yeah, that's cool.
Shiny Chin Pao.
That is cool. I doubt I'm going to get a chance to play it before ZA comes out. So I will almost certainly miss these events. But still cool. Still cool that they're supporting it. Oh. That's the worst. Why even get the shiny if you're not going to get your OT name on them? Why they do that? Mystery events? They made it look like raid battles.
Shiny Ting Lu and Shiny Chi-Yu. But just winning the Terra Raid battles won't be enough to get these 4 Pokemon.
Like Zeraora. I never actually got Zeraora.
You'll be able to add each one to your team only after it's
one I'm missing. That is one I'm missing. Houndoom, though. Oh, I just noticed the King Gambit statue. Well, King Gambit's going to be in ZA. Yep, there we go.
Is the boss of
King
the
Gambit's happening.
An organization.
Is there anything else?
One of
Steelix we
those
knew
trainers,
about.
Corbeau, is the boss of the Rust Syndicate, an organization operating in Lumio City. It seems like he has some kind of business with the members.
Trying to see if
Team
there's
MZ.
any little hidden stuff. He does have a Mega Stone, though. So probably Mega Steelix or Mega King Gambit, yep. I would argue, I don't know. Part of me wants to say he has so much Steelix decor around the entirety of the place that it would be Mega Steelix. But the King Gambit statue makes it look like it might be Mega King Gambit. But is that a regional Wobbuffet upside down vase thing in the background? Is that what that is? Is that regional Wobbuffet? Like, that looks like a mix between Wobbuffet and, what's the, not Pincurchin, the, Quillfish. There we go. Yeah. But the body shape, I don't know. Maybe it is just Quillfish. Maybe I'm reading too much into the Overquill. Yeah, that's the one. Overquill.
Has some kind of business with the members of Team MZ.
What else? What else can we see?
Lumio City
It's all
offers
fashion.
plenty of ways to have fun aside from
Any hidden Pokemon in here? No, I'm not seeing anything.
Pokemon battling too. Trainer.
Yeah, so my thoughts is that it's a typical Pokemon Presents. Most of it is focused on the big game. We get a little bit of news here and there for all the mobile games and all the other spin-off games. There's nothing bad in any of this, but the one thing we're really here for is the Pokemon Sleep news, which we already knew other than the Trapinch line. So that's cool. It's just a normal Pokemon Presents. Nothing good, nothing great. I don't want to say nothing good. There was good stuff, but nothing that really blew my mind. But nothing bad, you know? Other than that super adorable Totodile in Pokemon Cafe. So, other than that, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. The ZA news was very, very in-depth. I'm just typically the kind of person that doesn't want too many spoilers for a game. Could you imagine if we had watched trailers for Expedition 33, how much we would have been spoiled on? That would have not been great. Also, Husky Star, what's up? Excited for Trapinch? Yes, we were talking about that earlier about how they're going to handle it. Probably going to be a dragon type on Amber Canyon, which could be really good. So that's going to be very interesting. 4 times weak to poison? Yeah. But surely they won't. Watch them do something stupid like make Meganium be grass rock, because it's back to its fossil form now since it's a dinosaur. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, just because it has fairy moves doesn't mean that it's gonna be fairy type. There are Pokemon that use moves of types they don't have, but it is possible. It is possible. But I don't know. Looking forward to the sleep stuff though. We got the beast coming back, which is a pretty big deal. Got a lot to look forward with Expert. Yeah, that's what we're looking forward to, is getting some more news about that. Once we do that, then things will be really interesting. That's gonna be really fun with a random shiny team. We do need more info about Expert, though. When exactly it's dropping and what exactly it's going to entail.